Hi lingerie lovers, I'm Sammi Cole, and on this week's Undie Mondays, I'm showing you how to attach stockings to garter or suspender straps. Step 1. Put on your stockings. Now the reason I say to put your stockings on first is because if you're wearing structured lingerie over the top that's not that easy to move in, it's going to make putting the suspenders on a lot harder. If you've never worn stockings before, just roll them up your leg like you would a pair of socks, except they sit higher up. Step 2. Put on your lingerie with your suspender straps or your garter belt. Step 3. Undo your suspender clip at the end of your suspender strap by pushing the rubber nub that's at the back up and through the widest point of the frame at the top. Here's your suspender strap. Over the top you've got these two ribbons which are just for decoration. You've got this back bit here which has the rubber nub on it, you can see there. And then you've got your metal or plastic frame around the outside. So when you're undoing it, all you need to do is push that rubber bit up and out the back. And there you go. And when you're doing it up, the other way. Now, whichever strap you start with first is up to you. Personally, I prefer to start with the front because it gives you something to anchor onto while you're doing the back. If you've got a suspender belt with 6 straps or more, it's probably easiest to start with the ones at the sides because you know they're always going to go straight down. Step 4. So I've just moved Jezebel a bit closer so you can see. Take the top of your stocking and put it in between the rubber bit at the back of the suspender clip and the metal or plastic frame at the front. Then what you do is you push that rubber nub through the widest part of the frame at the front with the stocking in between, and then you just pull it down. And with that, it's the tension that helps to keep the stocking in place. You don't need to worry about making a hole through the top of the stockings to get it in. It should all be fine. So I'll just show you that in a close-up version. So you've got your suspender clip. Take your stocking, pop it in between those two parts, into the widest bit there, which you can see, and then slide it down into the narrower bit. And there you go, see, it's attached. It's as simple as that. Now I have got a few tips and tricks for you if you tend to struggle with the attachment. Firstly, the easiest thing for a lot of people is to extend the suspender straps to their longest point because it gives you more to play with. So before you start attaching the garter clips to the stockings, what you want to do is take the slider that's at the top here and put it all the way down. And as you can see there, you've got a lot more length to play with, so it makes it a bit easier, particularly when you're doing the straps at the back. Then once your stockings are on, you can readjust that to sit exactly where you need it for the best support. Generally speaking, the straps at the front should be a bit shorter than the ones at the back because the ones at the back have to go over your bum. Remember, once you've got all the suspender straps attached, to move around a bit, maybe bend over, see if you can comfortably move, because chances are you're not going to be wearing this just to stand still. If it does feel uncomfortable, you can then adjust it. A lot of people find it quite tricky to reach around to get these ones at the back, but there are a few tricks you can try. One way is just to reach around from the front as you're standing and attach them that way. But if your arms aren't long enough, or if you have a suspender belt with particularly short straps, that's not always that easy. You can also try sitting right on the edge of a chair and reaching around between your legs to grab the strap so that then you can do it up that way. Or you can do the pin-up style where you put your leg on a chair or a raised surface and reach around under your thigh to do it that way. Now the only problem with those two methods is if you have got a garter belt with shorter straps or you've got stockings that come quite far down your legs, sometimes that stretch can be quite tricky, so standing may be the only way. Another trick that can be quite handy is if you're wearing lingerie with suspender straps at the hem that you can pop on and off, unhook the straps at the top, clip them onto your stockings, and then hook them back onto the hem of the lingerie. It's just slightly less fiddly. And one final tip, if you want to wear seamed stockings and get that dead straight look up the back of the leg, make sure you start with the back suspender straps first. Because if you start with the front ones and you get them in the wrong place and then you have to twist it around, it can be a lot of faff. So there you go, that's how you attach garter or suspender straps to your stockings. I'll put a link to my other video on hosiery hacks in the description below. Don't forget to click on the Lovehoney heart to subscribe to the Lovehoney channel and see a brand new video every single week. And I will see you next Monday with a brand new Undie Mondays.